What are we going to see in the second year, and what did you see in the first year? First year, you studied things related to word class. So you studied how to use determiners, how to use pronouns, how to use nouns, how to use adjectives, etc. And then you also studied tenses, I suppose. Is it all right? Is it it? Is that it? Yes. Now, things are going to be a little bit different. We are going to see other things than words, okay? So if we are going to study the grammar of English. Now, the grammar of English, if somebody asks you, what is grammar or what do you study in grammar, then what will be your answer? You are studying what? Words? What else? Any idea about what you are studying in grammar or what we should be studying in grammar? Phrases, yes. Yes, clauses, yes, good. So, and structure in general, clauses, yes, that's it, thank you. And sentences, that's it. Function also, yes, all of this. Tense and form, you studied this last year, so we're not going back into that again. But yes, that's it. So, we are studying words, but not only words. We are studying how words combine and till we reach the final level, which is the sentence. A sentence in English is a group of words, if you like, that starts with a capital and ends up with a full stop. This is what most students tend to say. It's a kind of couple of words put together, and you have to put a capital at the beginning and a full stop at the end. Now, is this really enough? No, not really enough, because actually what we are studying is more than that. In the sentences, we have a kind of structure like some of your friends suggested. So we cannot really put the words the way we want, okay? We cannot say, but John apple, okay? This will not give a meaning, okay? So the definition of a sentence as being a group of words is not really enough, because the group of words should be actually ordered in a particular way, okay? Now, how are we going to explore this order? These are things that we cannot really see, but little bit by little we have to be aware of, okay? Now, we have words actually combined not into sentences directly, but into phrases. And phrases, bear this in mind, is not the word phrase en français. It's not the same. Phrase en français, say sentence. But a phrase in English, in French is, do you know what a phrase is? What is a phrase? Does anyone know what a phrase is in English? In French? It's a group, okay? A group. Fine? A group like group nominal, group verbal, etc. Okay? These are what we call phrases, okay? So far, so good? So words combine into phrases, and these phrases actually combine into, do you know what they combine into? They combine into clauses. Thank you. They combine into clauses, and these clauses are made up of subject, verb, and object or whatsoever. Okay, so a clause is what we call النوات الإسنادية. Okay, so you have subject, verb, complement, subject, verb, object, etc. And clauses combine into sentences. Okay. We are also going to study in this first lesson grammatical functions. So our first lesson is a kind of roadmap to all the semester, okay? We're going to start with grammatical units or constituents. What are they? So we're going to look at them, and we're going to look at words, word classes, at phrases, clauses, sentences, at the grammatical functions, and then we're going to finish the semester dealing with this level, the level of phrases. Okay, fine. Then next semester, hopefully, it will be the last semester where you study grammar. We're going to see how clauses combine into sentences and the different sentences, types of sentences that we have, etc. Okay? So the lesson is going to be a kind of a roadmap. Is that okay? Make a sign if you are alive. Good, thank you.
Yes, it's okay.
Thank you. Good. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Now, we're going to start with grammatical units or constituents. What are the grammatical units? Now, as I said, imagine you are not studying grammar, you are studying, I don't know, chemistry, physics, whatsoever. So if you are telling other people, I'm studying grammar of English, what will you be studying? Okay, so the levels of language organization is this. Now we have sounds or letters that combine into words, and words combine into phrases, and phrases combine into clauses, and clauses into sentences, and then text. In grammar, we focus on words, morphemes probably before words into, we stop the level of the sentences. We do not deal with sounds, we do not deal with texts, okay? Fine. So a sentence is made up of one or more clauses. You can see that we have clause 1, clause 2 in one sentence. So it's a sentence starting with a capital, ending here with a full stop. My brother ate a hot dog and his kids ate a pizza. We have the capital at the beginning, the full stop at the end. It is one sentence, and the sentence is made up of two clauses. What is a clause? Just allow me to accept Ismahan. What is a clause? My brother ate a hot dog. Subject, verb, object. His kids ate a pizza. Subject, verb, object. Okay? Fine? Is that okay? Now, a clause is made up of two major parts: a subject, noun phrase normally, that performs an action, and a verb phrase that describes the action, that tells us what the action is in reality. So, clause 1, my brother. Here we have the verb ate, and next we have a hot dog, okay? So the clause is made up of subject, verb, and object. Clause 2 is same thing, made up of subject, verb, and object, okay? Fine? Now, the subject is a noun phrase, the verb is a verb phrase, the object is another noun phrase, etc. So, a phrase is made up of one or more words. You can see that a noun phrase is made up of my brother. My brother is a determiner. My is a determiner. And a noun. Brother is a noun. Okay? Then we have the verb ate. The verb phrase is made up of one verb, which is ate. Then we have the object, which is a noun phrase in this case. It is made up of a and hot dog, a determiner plus noun. Is that okay? So far, so good. Is that okay? Smahan, welcome. How are you doing? We can't hear you, but nice to see you. So, is that okay? Are you sleeping? Not you, all of them.
No.
Only. Sirin.
No, we're very awake.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, good. Just make a sign to tell me that you are there. I'm not talking to myself. Okay, now we are going to start with words. You see that it is the lowest level, so we're going to start with words. What are word classes? What are the classes of words in English? In English, we have two types of words. We have what we call lexical words and function words, okay? What are lexical words? Lexical words are the words that contain the meaning. They contain all the meaning of the sentence. Now, if we take a sentence, look back at this one, like my brother ate a hot dog. Now, if you look at them, there is some elements which are actually meaningful in the sentence. You have brother, you have ate, you have hot dog. But my and are not really that meaningful, okay? So brother ate hot dog are considered as lexical or content words, and the others, my and etc., are considered as function words. Let's start with lexical words. What are they? We also call them, so lexical words or content words are also open class items, and we will see why. Open class items are extendable in the sense that it is not possible to make an inventory of all the items within a particular class like nouns. What does this mean? This means that, for instance, for if you take the category of nouns, okay, can you make a list of all the nouns in the world, in English, for instance, and say, well, I have this list and then nothing more? Can you say this? No,
No.
because actually every day we have new inventions, new phenomena that we need to name, and we have to create new items, new names. We can have a verb or have a noun, and from that verb or noun move to the other category. For instance, I'll give you the example of the word Google. Now, at first, Google was the name given to
The search engine, Google.
research search engine. Sorry, they gave it the name of Google, and then little by little or a new subordinator. Hi, I think my connection was stopped. When
Yes,
was
we
it?
couldn't hear you. Can you please repeat?
Where did I, I didn't know that it stopped, so where did you stop hearing me?
You froze at Google.
Yes. So I said you can hear of a new noun, a new verb, but you can never hear of a new pronoun or a new auxiliary, new conjunction. Can you? A new modal. Can you hear of a new these new items? Hmm?
No.
No, never. Okay. Donc, lexical words are nouns, adjectives, adverbs, verbs, and adverbs, and these are lexical content or open class items, and function words are prepositions, pronouns, determiners, conjunctions, modal verbs, and the primary verbs be, have, and do. Are you there? Okay? Is that okay? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, I said that lexical, they are called lexical or content or open class. Open class because they are extendable. You can hear of new nouns, new verbs, new adjectives. Open class are also marked by lexical productivity. Are you following me? What is lexical productivity? Lexical productivity means from an adjective, you can add an ly and have an adverb. You can add an en, for instance, and have a verb. From the word short, which is an adjective, you can have the verb to shorten, the noun shortening, the adverb shortly, okay? This is lexical productivity, which is very much related to lexical words or content words. But you cannot take, for instance, a preposition or a pronoun and add add plural to he, for instance, or add ly to he and get an adverb out of he. Never, okay? Fine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, another characteristic of open class items or lexical words is that they can occupy a variety of grammatical functions. For instance, an adjective can be a pre-modifier, can be a complement, etc. And we will have a look at grammatical functions in time, okay? Oh, is that okay?
Yes.
Good. Now, if you have a sentence or a text in front of you and you have words and you do not know what the words are, the class of that word, how can you recognize the class of words? Any idea about the way to identify the class of a word? Look at task 1. Can you follow me? Task 1. Identify. Can you see my screen? Yes?
No, but I'm following from the booklet.
Excuse me?
I cannot see your screen, but
No, we are not seeing your screen.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It's tough because of the
Connection.
internet. Yeah. Can you see task 1? Identify each word in the short text below. Now, how can you identify categories of words? Now, for instance, if you look at accidentally, can you know what accidentally is?
Adverb.
It's an adverb. You said an adverb because actually of the ly, yes?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So we can recognize a word thanks to what is added to that word or the morphemes added to the word, okay? So let's go back to this. So it is possible to recognize the class of a word based on its meaning, inflection, and distribution on the in the clause. So we can, what is inflection? Inflection is anything that we can add to the word. Okay? Is that okay? Okay. I'm going to change the screen I'm sharing with you. Okay. Okay. So it is possible to recognize the class of a word based on its meaning, on its inflection, and distribution in the clause. What does this mean? You can identify the meaning of the category of a word. Donc, we said, what are the categories of words? We have what we call lexical, content, or open class items, or function words. And we said that lexical words are adjectives, nouns, nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs and adverb, okay? And function words will come to this. Now, how can we identify the category of a word? You can identify the category of a word thanks to three things: the meaning, the inflection, and the distribution. I'm going to start with the inflection. What is an inflection? An inflection is anything that we can add to the word. So, for instance, in the word that we saw in the paragraph, you identified accidentally as being an adverb. I told you why. You said it's because of this ly. So what is added to the word? Okay. So we know that this is going to be an adverb for sure. Okay. Fine. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes. What else? So we know that nouns, for instance, take. You know what nouns take? Take the plural s. Yes. So if you find a noun which takes an s of the plural, then it should be a noun. That's one way to identify the word as being a noun. Okay. For instance, if you find the word schools, you can recognize school as being a noun because of the s that you have here at the end. So this is an indication that school is actually a noun. Okay. What else? You can identify, for instance, verbs. Verbs take the third person singular, the s. So with he, she, and it, use s. They also take the ed. They take the ing. Okay, all these can be taken by verbs. Yes, yes or no? So you can say something like I am working. So you can identify work as being a verb. And why is it a verb? Simply because there is the ing at the end. Okay? Fine? Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Clear.
Adjectives are you, for instance, and adverbs take the comparative superlative. Yes or no? For instance, you can say this is the cutest person I have ever seen. Okay, so you can see that cutest take this is, uh, which is the superlative. So cute is an adjective in this case. Okay, fine.
Okay.
So we can identify categories of words first based on inflection. Second, we can identify categories of words based on their meaning, the meaning that they express. Of course, if you know the meaning of that word. For instance, you know that, for instance, we use meaning, so meaning. You know, for instance, that nouns refer or used to refer to things or to a thing or a person. Can you see me writing? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, we can see.
So if you find something like Alice is a nice person, Alice here refers to a person in the world. So Alice is going to be a noun. Fine. Alice is a noun. Okay. Fine. Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We also know that, for instance, verbs express actions. So you know, for instance, that I am working. I am teaching now. Okay. I am teaching now. Okay. Teaching here expresses an action. I am doing an action, the action of teaching. So teaching here is a verb. Yes. Adjectives now. Yes. Adjectives. Adjectives, they are used to describe things and people. Things and people. We say describe, or also we say qualify. Qualify people and things. Okay. So, for instance, Alice is nice. I'm going back to the same. Is nice. Nice here is used to describe whom?
Alice.
Nice. Nice describes Alice. Alice, we said, is a noun. So because it refers to a person in the word. So nice is an adjective. Okay? Is that okay?
Yes.
Thank you. And adverbs are used to describe the way, the manner an action is done. Okay, so describe action, manner. Sorry. So if you like, I am driving carefully, or normally I don't say I'm driving carefully because now I'm not driving. So I drive carefully. Okay. Now carefully, this carefully describes what? Describes what?
The verb.
I'm driving.
The way I drive. The way I drive. It describes the way I drive. So it describes an action. So it is an adverb. Okay? So far so good? Hello?
Yes. May I kindly ask you to scroll up so I can take notes?
Excuse me?
Can you scroll up on the document?
Up ولا down? هكا ولا هكا؟
Up.
هكا.
Yes, up.
هكا.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. If I make it smaller, is that okay?
Yes, that's okay for me.
The others?
It's okay, thank you.
Yes.
It's okay.
You're welcome. Did you take notes? Nuran? Nuran, part of this group?
Yes.
Alright. Sausan, part of this group, Mansouri? Sausan Mansouri, do you know her?
Yes,
Yes. Hi. Are you there?
yes, I'm here.
Good. Nuran and Sausan. Ah, you are in the group already. Good.
Can you please add me to the group?
Yeah, sure. Me or one of your friends, you should be in the group actually, okay? So make sure that you are all in the group. How many are we so far? Slim, you added 8 people, 7 people. The others.
Yes, Rahma, I added you. I sent you an invitation to join the group.
Okay.
You add me?
Yes, she
Yes.
added.
Thank you.
Any other person who is not part of the group? Sausan? Yes. I will accept you. Just wait. Good. The others. The others? Are you part of the group?
Yes.
Sahin, are you part of the group?
Not.
Yes. Send me an invitation or try to look for this. It's grammar 2L4. Look for that. Grammar 2L4. Salsabil. But only people who are from your own group, okay? You do not really add people who are not from the group, okay? Fine?
Okay.
Okay, good. Muhammad Tumi, are you part of the group? Manel. The group is Grammar 2L4. Grammar.
I just sent you an invitation. May you please add me?
Yes, 2L4. This is the group. Yes, you are in. Good. Sirin. Sirin, I think somebody added you already. Yes?
I don't think so. Nope.
Doesn't good. So far, so good.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Okay, there you are. Bah, okay. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Okay, I'm back to the booklet. So second class of words is what we call function words. What are they? They are closed class items. Why are they closed? They are closed because we cannot have new items. That is the list of pronouns. There is a background noise. Mejda, can you please switch off your microphone? Mejda? Fine, good. So, closed class items because we cannot really have new items. So the list of pronouns that you learned in the secondary school when you started learning English is still the same. I, you, he, she, it, etc. We do not really have new ones. The determiners, we have the definite article, the indefinite article, etc. We do not really have new items in this class of function words, and this is why it is closed. You understand what closed is, okay? So closed class items are the parts of speech. We say part of speech or words in grammar, okay? Same meaning. Are the parts of speech that are not extended by the creation of other members, and they include, for instance, pronouns, articles, and so far, okay? Now, semantically speaking, in terms of meaning, when we say semantically, we speak about meaning. Semantically speaking, the meaning of these items is related to the constituents to which they are attached. What does this mean? For instance, the by itself, does it have a meaning? No. Okay. If you take the definite article the, does it have a meaning? No, it does not really have a meaning. Okay. But it will become meaningful if you say something like, for instance, the boy I met uh, is polite. Okay, so there here adds a feature to the word boy. This feature is the feature that it is a person that I know. The feature of finiteness. Okay, that the person is known. Okay, so it gives a meaning to boy, but it is not really itself meaningful. This is what it tries to say. So the meaning of these items is related to the constituents to which they are attached, and they are not by themselves meaningful. Okay. Something else, structurally speaking, in terms of structure, in terms of grammar, in terms of how we put things together, these items are structural markers. What does this mean? They mark structure. What does this mean? For instance, if you find a preposition, you read and you come across a preposition, then this means that this is the beginning of a prepositional phrase, okay? They are structural markers in the sense that, for instance, if you find a preposition, okay, what follows is the prepositional complement, and that this is a prepositional phrase, okay? If you find, for instance, the, or you find the definite article this means that you have, what do you have? A noun phrase, okay? So they are markers of structure, okay? So far, so good. People there, are you alive?
Yes.
Good. Good. So
Yes.
what is the list of function words? What is the list? We have prepositions, of, at, in, without, in spite of, etc. The list is very long. We have pronouns, he, she, it, they, anybody, somebody, etc. We have determiners like the, that, every, some, many, few, etc. Conjunctions like and, like that, when, although. Modals, modal verbs, can, must, will, would, could, might, etc. And the primary verbs, be, have, and do. And we will see, of course, how each of one of them actually behaves. Okay? Now we are going into task 1. You have task 1. Identify each word in the short text below. So try to identify the category of each word. I'll give you 2 minutes, 3 minutes to work on that. Can you work on that? So if you like, open a new, are you connected from telephones or from PCs? What?
PC.
So
PC.
either you start a document, open a document, a Word document, and use this, or you can take a sheet, okay, a piece of paper, and work on the exercise, or work on the booklet itself. We don't really have a space. I don't have much space in the booklet. Can you hear me? Okay, we don't have much space. You can work on the booklet. There, okay? I'll give you 2 minutes, fine? Good.
Okay.
Good. So 2 minutes and we'll come back.
Okay.
Okay, Celine, can you start? Read the first sentence and try to identify the categories.
Okay. We found this place accidentally and have been returning almost weekly.
So, word by word, okay?
Okay. We is a subject.
يا سيرين نخدموا في الوورد كلاس تا وصلنا للفانكشن.
Okay. Pronoun.
Thank you, that's it, a pronoun. Thank you.
Found is the verb.
Excuse me?
Found is the verb.
Found is a verb, good.
This is a conjunction.
This is a conjunction. What do you think, the others? Okay, so task 1.
Determiner.
Determiner? Yes?
Yes, I think determiner.
Okay, just wait. Okay. So,
No, it's a demonstrative pronoun.
thank you. Demonstrative pronoun, that's it. Donc, one. Sorry for that, I'm going to start writing. We here is a pronoun category. So, identify words category. Words categories. We is a pronoun. Found, your friend suggests it's a verb, and it is actually a verb. Now we come to this place. This place. This is used with place. So it is used here as a determiner. This can be either a demonstrative pronoun or a demonstrative what? It is used as, like, look at the list, that, a demonstrative determiner, okay? Are you following me? Do you listen to me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? What is it in this case? Now, if we say, I want this, and you do not add anything, then you are using this as a pronoun. If you are using this one, or this place, or this pen, or this glass, you are using this as a determiner. Did you get the point?
Yes, thank you.
In this case, it is a demonstrative determiner and not really a demonstrative pronoun. Is that okay? The others, did you understand? Huh?
Yes.
Yes, good.
Yes.
Then, place. I Kamel, whose turn is
Place.
it? Place, what is
Noun.
it? It's a noun.
Noun.
And why is it a noun? So let's start arguing. Why is it a noun?
Because it comes right after the demonstrative
Yes,
determiner.
it comes after the demonstrative. Yes, that's a good, comes after demonstrative. What else can we add?
It is followed by an adverb.
Well, it is followed by an adverb. We said that adverbs have, if you like, effect on verbs and not really on nouns. So it's not really going to help us if you say so. But place, the word place itself refers to a thing, a place. Yes. So it refers to a thing or a place. Okay. Is that okay?
Yes.
Good. Then
Yes.
we have, what is it? We said that
An adverb.
an adverb
Because it is preceded by a verb and
not preceded by a verb,
The ly.
the ly, because we have because of the ly, and also if you look at the meaning, it describes the meaning of what?
A verb.
Okay? Yes, it describes, or it qualifies, or it modifies the meaning of find. a verb. The meaning of found, which is actually a verb. So we accidentally found. We found the place accidentally. فهمتوا? The effect of accidentally is on how we found the place. Okay? Is that okay? Is it
Yes.
okay? Good.
Yes.
Then next word. And. What is it?
It's a conjunction.
Yes, a conjunction, more precisely a coordinating conjunction or coordinator. Coordinating conjunction. Next one.
Have been returning is a verb.
It's not a verb.
Auxiliary. There is an auxiliary.
It's a primary. It's an auxiliary. We will see in due time how to make the difference between have, be, have, and do when they are auxiliaries and be and when they are verbs. Okay, I'm going to write it here. Be, have, and do are primary verbs. What does this mean? Primary verbs means they can be either verbs or auxiliaries. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Now, how can we make the difference between them being auxiliaries or verbs? Now, if they are used in one of the tenses that you know, like I am working, I have done, etc., or if you are using do for questions or for negation, then it is an auxiliary. If you are using them like I have a new pen, I am a teacher, etc., then it is rather a verb. It depends on how the way the word is used. It depends on how it is used. Okay. Fine? Hello?
Yes.
Good. So have here is an auxiliary. Been. Been, what is it?
The primary verb.
An auxiliary too. An auxiliary.
An
Yes.
auxiliary to the primary verb.
Primary verb, yes, but I told you that, listen, be, have, and do. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. They can be either primary verbs can be either verbs or auxiliary. So you have to make things more specific, okay?
Okay.
You say auxiliary or you say verbs. So in this case, been is also an auxiliary. Now returning. What is it? And why, of course.
Returning is the primary verb.
A verb. And why is it a verb? Not a primary verb. A verb, yeah. Who is talking?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. The primary verb would be found here, right?
لا كلهم verbs.
Okay.
Primary verbs. Be, have, and do. That's it. These are primary verbs. And I told you that we do not use the word primary verbs because we have to specify for them whether they are used as auxiliaries or as verbs. Got
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
Donc, returning, it's a verb. And why is it a verb? First, it expresses an action, yes or no? Its meaning expresses an action, right? And also, there is the idea that there is the ing at the end. Can you see this? Okay, so returning, this ing shows that it is a verb. Okay? Almost. Now, what is it?
A preposition, I think.
Excuse me?
A preposition.
A preposition. What does a preposition take after it? take a complement. Yes or no? Can you replace it by another preposition? Can you say in, for instance? We found this place accidentally and have been returning in weekly. Can we replace it by in? Or out or at?
No.
No, so it is not really a preposition. What is it then?
A conjunction?
Conjunction. Why is it a conjunction? What is the role of the conjunction in the text?
To link between sentences?
Yes, yes. Now, is it the case? Is it the case?
No.
No, no. So what is it? What is almost?
Is it an adverb?
Yes, thank you. Yes. Look at that. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Can you replace it by nearly?
Yes.
Yes, so it is an adverb. Yes, so that's an adverb. Adverb. It can be replaced by nearly, for instance, which is an adverb. Okay. Weekly now. What is it and why?
It's an
Excuse
adverb.
me? يا جماعة.
An
Adverb.
adverb.
That's an adverb. Thank you. That's an adverb. Can be an adjective or an adverb. Here it is an adverb. Okay. Why is it an adverb? It takes the ly at the end. Shows that it is an adverb. Okay. Someone else. Next sentence. يا جماعة اللي فات بيتي. Shall I name someone to talk? Salsabil, do you have a microphone? Nuran,
Yes.
can you talk? Yes. Salsabil or Nuran, one of you, eh?
Salsabil.
Salsabil, eh? أوكي تنزلت لك.
They, we
We عملناها قلنا pronoun, eh?
just
Just.
um,
هاي سلسبيل. Just. ريتا ولا؟ ريتا.
adverb.
Adverb صحيح. It's an adverb. It modifies. Look, yeah, سلسبيل علاش adverb? Because it modifies the meaning of love. We just love it. We love it. We just love it. So just has an effect on love, okay? The way you love the person. What is love?
Verb.
A verb. And it is obviously a
Preposition. Pronoun. Sorry.
pronoun. Turn them. Next one. I think Sasabil has talked, so now we can have Nuran. Who has been talking?
Okay.
Nuran, go ahead.
It is so simple and yet so wonderful, and the stuff is great. Okay.
Okay. It is done.
Okay.
We did it.
Yes.
It's a pronoun. It is a pronoun. Is. So simple. Is here in this case. Is.
Verb.
It's a verb. Thank you. So we said be, have, and do are primary verbs. They are either auxiliaries or verbs. In this case, it is a verb and not really an auxiliary.
Yeah. So.
Yes. Next one. Next word.
So is an adverb.
Yes. So is an adverb. So Sana, it is. We said this verb. So now.
We have already written it.
So,
Adverb.
adverb. Simple.
Adjective.
Adjective. By the way, adjective is written with VE at the end. Eh? And we did it, I think. We said coordinating conjunction. Or
Yet.
conjunction if you like, eh? Next. Yet. Yet. Mhm.
Conjunction too.
يغزر لها. Look at that.
Adverb.
Yes, that's it. You know, because our mother language does not really rely so much on adverbs, so do not really know them that much. So, we did it. It's an adverb.
Wonderful is
Wonderful.
adjective.
Adjective. You can see that you have the full at the end, which indicates adjective. And we did it, coordinating conjunction, the. Just
Determiner.
definite article, more precisely, okay?
Okay.
Determiner or definite article, more precisely, stuff.
Noun.
Yes. Is, in this case, is a
Verb.
verb, absolutely. And great,
Adjective.
adjective. Someone else? Someone else? Hi, يا جماعة. We are 20. Manel, do you want to participate? هاي يا جماعة. عبير, وئام, زهير, are you there? Islam, Ismahan, Aida. هاي يا جماعة. Someone to read the next sentence. Nuran, Abir, WM.
I was just reading.
Yes, I know.
I can do it.
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead.
They are smiling. They are always smiling and just so nice. They pronoun.
Pronoun, good. You see, it is easy. So what are you afraid of? Even if you don't know something, I'm not going to punish you or laugh at you or do anything that might frighten people. So they pronoun are in this case.
Auxiliary.
Thank you. Thank you. It's an auxiliary.
Always. Adverb.
Adverb. Thank you.
Smiling verb.
Thank you. And it is a verb. It is a verb because you can see that it takes this ing at the end. Okay, so we can claim that it is a verb. Okay. And we did it. It's a coordinating conjunction. Just we did it, I think.
Yeah. So adverb.
So adverb.
Nice adjective.
Yeah. Okay. So just and so are adverbs, and nice is an adjective. Next one. Next one.
Shall I do it?
Yes.
There's almost always a line. Right, so there is an adverb.
A what?
An adverb.
An adverb, yes, there is an adverb.
Is a verb.
Is almost, yes, so is here is a verb. Almost, always. What are they?
Adverb.
Everything. The one who is talking. Who is talking? Who يتكلم?
Islam.
Yes, Lim. So do you agree that almost and always are adverbs?
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
It
is a determiner.
Yeah, more precisely is the indefinite article. اسمها كيكا. The is the definite article, is the indefinite article. Okay, line.
It's a noun.
Noun. Again, it's the indefinite article and must.
It's a noun.
It's a noun. Why is it a noun? Because
it comes after an article.
yes, it comes after the determiner. Thank you for that. Yes, good. Did you take notes? Did you take notes?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Now, these are the words in English. Now we are moving into phrases. Okay. Going to switch to the booklet again. So we're done with words. Now we're moving into phrases. Now, the words we said that we have, I'm going to explain back here. The words we said that we have function words and content words. Content words are nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. هذم هما, yes or no? Okay? That's okay. Now, out of these, we have phrases. These combine into phrases. Okay? They combine and we will have phrases. Okay? Now, nouns can combine into a noun, can combine into a noun phrase. A verb can combine into a verb phrase. An adjective can combine into an adjective phrase, and an adverb can combine into an adverb phrase. Now, from the list of function words, we take one, which is the preposition. The preposition combines into prepositional phrase. And these are the 5 phrases in English: noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase, and prepositional phrase. Okay? Is that okay?
Yes.
Good. Now, a phrase, what is a phrase? Back to the booklet. A phrase is made up of one or more words. Each phrase is named after a class of word which has a primary and indeed an obligatory function within it. Okay? Now, the name of the phrase, for instance, the noun phrase, takes its name from the word noun. Yes or no? So there should be a noun inside the noun phrase. Okay? The verb phrase takes its name from verb. So there should be a verb, etc. Okay? Is that okay? Make a sign.
No.
That you're alive.
No.
Yes.
Good. Who said no? Okay. Let's look at the structure of the noun phrase, okay? Let's look at noun phrases. For instance, you can say something like, I remember him. Or, I remember Peter. Can you see remember and then the table? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I remember Alice's wedding. I remember that girl with the red hair. I remember the best trip that I have ever had. Yes? Yes? So what do you remember? What? One of these possibilities. Him, or Peter, or Alice's wedding, or that girl with red hair, or the best trip that I ever had. Okay? It's something that you remember. It is a noun phrase. Okay? And we can have different possibilities in the noun phrase. We can simply have him, which is a pronoun. Only that. Or we can simply have Peter, a noun. Just the head of the noun phrase, okay? Or we can have Alice's wedding. So wedding being the head, and it is pre-modified by Alice as a determiner. Or we can have that girl or the girl with the red hair. So we will have in the phrase girl, which is head, noun, and we have a determiner, and we have what we call a post modifier, something that comes after the head. Post modifier, okay? We can also have something like the best trip that I have ever had. Here we have trip being the head. We can have, in addition to trip, the, which is the determiner, best, which is a pre-modifier, and that I ever had a post modifier. And this leads us to the structure of the noun phrase. Can you see this? Are you following me?
Yes, we can.
So the noun phrase
Yes.
should have one element, which is, can you see it highlighted here in blue? The head. This is the obligatory element that should be there. It must be there. In a noun phrase, we should have a head, which is either a noun like Peter or a pronoun like him. Okay? And in addition to this, we can have a pre-modifier, something like an adjective that comes before the head, a post modifier, something that comes after the head, like here with the red hair that I ever had, etc. And we also can have in a noun phrase a determiner. Is that okay?
Yes.
All of you? Do you understand?
Could you repeat?
Yes.
Excuse me?
Could you repeat? ما فهمتش بالباهي.
Where did you stop?
هذه the noun phrase ما فهمتهاش يعني مش واضحة بالكدا.
Listen, I said a noun can combine. Listen, do you remember the exercise, the primary school exercise, where you were asked to enrich the sentence?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Now let's write this. Okay. I remember him. But you are going to enrich the sentence. Instead of using him, what can you use? You
The
can
boy.
say, huh?
The boy.
Yes, صحيح. I remember the boy. I remember
Handsome.
the boy with a blue t-shirt. ولا. I remember the boy, the shy boy مثلا. هكا ولا. So you can add things. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now what comes after remember, هذم كلهم, they are objects. Him ولا the boy ولا. This is in terms of function. But now we are not dealing with function. We are dealing with structure. So in terms of structure, what comes after the verb remember here are noun phrases. The noun phrase can be simply a noun or a pronoun. So the noun phrase can be made up of the NP, can be made up simply of a pronoun or a noun. Like when you say, I remember him, or I remember John or Peter or whatever, just one noun, okay? But also, you can use, instead of him or instead of Peter, you can use more elements. You can say something like the boy. What have you used in this case? You use the, which is a determiner, as we have just seen in the exercise of word class, and you are using boy, which is a noun, isn't it? Okay, isn't it so? Okay?
Yes.
Okay, you can say something like the shy boy, the boy who is shy. So you are using a determiner, you are using an adjective, and you are using a noun, aren't you?
Yes, I.
Yes, you can say instead of that, the boy with a blue t-shirt, with a blue t-shirt. So in this case, you are using a determiner, you are using a noun, and you are using with a blue t-shirt, which is a prepositional phrase. Is that okay after now? Okay?
Yeah.
So, the objects in the sentence. Now we are dealing with the object, but of course this is applicable on all other things. The objects in this sentence is grammatically found in the sentence in the form of a noun phrase. The noun phrase can be either made up of one element, just one element, or more than one element. Okay, if it is one element, it is a noun or a pronoun. If it is more than one element, they should be arranged in a particular way. Donc, if you are using the term, it should come before. If you are using an adjective, the adjective should come before the noun, but after the determiner. If you are using something like with a blue t-shirt whatsoever, prepositional phrase, it should come after. صحيح ولا؟ Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. So this leads us to say that the noun phrase should have this structure. The noun phrase should have there is one element which is obligatory. Only one element which is obligatory in the noun phrase. It's the head, we call it the head. علاش head? Because it is the element which is the only element which is obligatory, and it gives its name to the noun phrase. It is the noun. Or, of course, it can be replaced by a pronoun. In addition to this, you see that we have elements here which are dotted, so they are not obligatory, but you can add them. You can add a determiner to the head noun. You can add a pre-modifier, which is an adjective. And you can have a post-modifier to the head noun. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you. يعني في الهاد نجم نحط مكان nouns و pronouns. Yes.
noun والا pronoun يجي وحده راهو ما يجيش مع حاجه اخرى. واضحه؟
ايه.
Do you have the others? Do you have questions?
No.
Okay.
دائما عندي question بالله في الاكزرسيس اللي فات بكري these احنا اول مره جاوبنا اللي هي determiner، بعد انت قلت كيفاش demonstrative determiner وكلمه اخرى نسيتها ما فهمتهاش.
These is either a demonstrative determiner or a demonstrative pronoun. كان هي مستعمله وحدها. ريتا مثلا I remember these تقول نكتب لك مثلا تقول في أوضلي I remember him تقول I remember these هكا وتسكت. In this case النوع phrase متاعك شفيه اللي جاك بعد these بعد remember شفيه. What do you have in this noun phrase? What do you have in the noun?
عندي determiner هنا.
لا شفيه noun phrase هذايا فيه element برك ولا؟
أي.
One element. The noun phrase contains one element. Donc لازم يكون l'élément هكايا.
لازم يكون pronoun.
لا صحيح لازم يكون head. وقلت لك الهيد يا اما يجي noun والا pronoun. Donc لنا these في الحالة هذه مستعملة as a pronoun. واضحة؟ كان انت تقول I remember these girls. noun phrase متاعك فيه NP contains these صحيح ولا؟ ومعها girls اللي هي head noun صحيح ولا؟ دونك these مش تكون
determiner المرة هذه.
صحيح. This is a determiner.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The others, do you understand? The others, do you understand?
Yes.
Good. So first phrase is the noun phrase. Okay, if things are not really that clear, we will spend the semester talking about phrases, so things will be clearer. As I told you, this lesson is just a kind of roadmap, but later on we will be dealing with the phrases separately. Now we move to the verb phrase. Our second phrase is the verb phrase. Now the verb phrase consists of a main verb. There should be a main verb which either stands alone, يا إما يكون وحده, as the entire verb phrase, or it can be preceded by auxiliaries. And in English, we have a maximum of 4 possible auxiliaries. Here you have the auxiliary, the verb, the examples. The ship, we can say the ship sunk. That's it. We are using just a main verb. In this case, we can say, so you can write down here in front of sunk. Here, write down that it is main verb only. Okay? Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to move here. So if you use just sunk, okay, then you are using just the main verb only. Okay, that's it. No, nothing more. Okay. If you are using was sinking, the ship was sinking. Eh? What do you have in this verb phrase? The verb phrase contains what?
Auxiliary and
Auxiliary and
Plus a main verb. That's it. Auxiliary plus a main verb. Okay. Now, if you are using has been sunk, your verb phrase contains what? Contains an auxiliary, first auxiliary which has, a second auxiliary which is been, and a main verb. Okay. So the structure will be auxiliary plus main verb. Okay. Fine, people.
Fine.
Okay.
yes,
Must have been sinking. Auxiliary must, first is the first auxiliary, have second auxiliary, been third auxiliary, and sinking is the verb. May have been sunk, and this is the maximum. May have been being sunk, this is the maximum. We have auxiliary plus auxiliary plus auxiliary plus auxiliary plus main verb. Is that okay? And this is the maximum in the English language. Fine?
yes,
Good. Then we have the adjective phrase. For instance, if you say, the lesson is important, you can say something like, the lesson is important, but you can say something like, the lesson is very important, or you can say that the lesson is very important indeed. Okay? So, if you are using important alone, it's just the head, the adjective. If you are saying very important, or the person is very nice, or I don't know, you are using a pre-modifier plus a head, okay? And you can use a post modifier like indeed or anything else, okay? Is that okay? Huh?
yes, yes,
Good. Then the adverb phrase. I spoke to him yesterday. If you use only yesterday, you are using just an adverb in the adverb phrase. If you say something like, I spoke to him quite often, pre-modifier plus often the head. If you say something like very severely indeed, severely the head, pre-modified by very, and post-modified by indeed. And you can say also another example, as clearly as I could. So clearly is had, pre-modified by as, and post-modified by as I could. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Then last phrase is the prepositional phrase. So it is preposition plus complement. I met her for lunch. For lunch is a prepositional phrase, and it contains a preposition and a complement. I met her at the restaurant, at the corner of the street. At is a preposition, and the corner of the street or the restaurant is a complement. Okay? Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's apply this. Look at task 2. You have a paragraph. Now try to identify some noun phrases, adjective phrases. Try to get the phrases in the paragraph. I'll give you 2 minutes. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, good. Is our subject. What is it in terms of structure? It's a noun phrase. What do we have in the noun phrase? We have all, and we have communication. What is it? A head noun.
Communication is the head.
Yes, so we have a determiner plus the head. That's it. Exactly. All is determiner and communication is head. Okay? Do you understand, all of you?
Yes.
Now look under the paragraph that we are working on. There is 2 questions, 2 bullets. How can you identify the borders of a phrase? And how can you identify the head of a phrase? Now let's start with the first question. If you have a sentence like this, if you have a text and you are not able to identify the phrases. Now, first thing, you go step by step. You divide the text into sentences. Remember what we did, what we said before, beginning of the lesson. So you have a text. So you divide the text into, where is it? You divide the text. Can you see this? The text into sentences, as I did now. And then the sentences, try to divide them into clauses and then into phrases, and things will be clear for you. Now, another point which is very important is that the phrases represent the major functions in the clause. Okay, for instance, the subject, the object, the complement. So it helps you a lot. For instance, if you look at the sentence, see where the verb, the main verb is, in order to be able to see the other elements. Okay. Something else, you can help yourself by asking questions. Okay. So this will show you the borders. Okay. Are you following me?
Yes.
Yes. Good.
Yes.
Then in this we have all communication, we said, is a noun phrase. What about this? A two-way process involving speaker or writer and listener or reader. What is it? What is it? A two-way process involving this and this.
We said it's a complement, right?
Now it's in terms of function, but now we are dealing with structure.
Is a post modifier?
Structure, we are looking at the phrases that we have been dealing with. All the 5 phrases that we are dealing with.
No phrases.
Which type of phrase is it? From the 5 that we have seen. It starts with what?
Adjective, a two-way process.
La,
Compound.
it starts with
Adverb phrase?
لا. What is a?
Determiner.
What is the only phrase that starts with a determiner?
Prepositional phrase?
No, never.
No.
A noun phrase.
A noun phrase, thank you. If you look back, look at the structures. These are the phrases. This is the noun phrase. Can you see this? Determiner, pre-modifier, head, post-modifier. Now verb phrase, auxiliary verb. Adjective phrase, pre-modifier, head, post-modifier. Adverb phrase, pre-modifier, head, post-modifier. Prepositional phrase, preposition and complement. So the only element where you can have a determiner is the noun phrase. So this one is obligatory, is necessarily a noun phrase, okay? What do we have in the noun phrase? We have a, which is a determiner. I wala. Okay. Right?
Two-way.
We have a determiner, we said. Right? Back to it. Where is the head? Where is the head?
Two-way process.
Yes. I'm going to ask you the question differently.
Process.
Yeah. Which element can you delete? Which element or elements can you delete?
Two-way.
Two-way.
Yeah. What is the element that should be there? Communication in
Process.
what is the element that should be there?
Process.
Process. Process, that's it. So process is the head. Now, how can you identify, go back to the second bullet, how can you identify the head of a phrase? اكتب قدامها. It is the element that cannot be deleted. If you delete that element, كنت نحيه, the meaning is no longer the same. Okay? Fine? Now, what is two-way? It comes before the head, so it is a pre-modifier.
Pre-modifier.
Good, good. And involving the speaker and all this is comes after the head, so it is a post-modifier. And we have a noun phrase, as you can see, right?
Yes.
Good. Same thing for all communication. So all determiner and communication is noun, is head noun. Fine. Next sentence. Someone to take the next sentence. Who takes the next sentence? Time is almost over, so who takes next sentence?
Shall I take it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. In written communication, because the audience is not present, the audience is easy to ignore.
Now start by identifying the borders in the sentence. Who is the subject?
What?
The subject.
Wait.
Okay.
The audience?
Thank you. This is the subject. What is it?
Noun.
Noun phrase. Noun phrase.
No.
Noun phrase. So it's a noun phrase. It's a noun phrase. So what do we have in this noun phrase? Who is talking? What's your name?
Nuran.
Yeah, Nurane. What do we have in this noun phrase? We have the,
Article.
right? And audience. Yeah, Nuran. Linda, we are not identifying word categories. We are dealing with elements of the noun phrase. So you should stick to the terminology that we are using. We call it determiner or determinative in this case. And audience is going to be head. Aywala. Fine?
Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you. But we have is. Normally it should be a
Verb.
verb. What about easy to ignore? That's a complement. Okay? What is it? Do you know what easy to ignore is in terms of structure? Next meeting is ready.
Adjective phrase.
Thank you. It's an adjective phrase.
Yeah.
Okay. AP. Adjective phrase. We have easy. Where is the element that we cannot delete? Yeah. What's your name? You said?
Nuran.
Yeah, Nuran. What is the element that we cannot delete?
Ignore. Oh,
I
wait.
will show. Is the
Easy.
audience easy? صحيح. Donc, there is easy and there is to ignore. The element that we cannot delete is easy. So easy is the head. And to ignore is, if you like, post modifier.
How can we say the audience is just easy?
It is easy to ignore the audience, yes. The meaning is not complete, but still, this is the head. Did you get the point?
Nope.
No?
No.
It is normally, the sentence should go like, it is easy to ignore the audience, okay?
Yes.
The audience is easy to ignore in the sense, the sense of easy is going to change a little bit. Change not a little bit, it's going to change because of modification. But still the audience is easy. This you cannot say the audience is to ignore. Okay, if you are to choose, you cannot really keep to ignore delete easy. It's the other way around. Got that or not? Still not convinced. The problem is that there is a change of meaning between easy and easy to ignore. Is that the problem?
Yes.
Yes, I see. But if you are to
What
if
if I
you are
can't do anything?
to choose, yes, you should keep easy. Okay,
Okay.
you're on fine.
Yeah, fine.
Things will be clearer, inshallah, in the future. Okay. Now, what else? Let's finish the sentence because it is time. There is another the audience, another occurrence of the audience because the audience is not present. There is present here. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Present here. It is an adjective phrase. Yes.
Yes.
It contains only present, which is just the head. Yes. Now I'm going to ask you about in written communication. What is it?
Prepositional phrase.
Thank you. Prepositional phrase. Okay, that's it. Prepositional phrase. Now, what does it contain?
Preposition and prepositional complements.
Thank you. That's it. Okay. Thank you. So prepositional phrase. I hope the others who did not really participate in today's session understood. So I don't really feel comfortable with the online session because I didn't meet you before, so I don't really know. I don't really know you personally. I mean, so I don't really know the level of the group, etc. Okay. So far, so good. Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Listen to me. Listen to me. We need to plan a session, but it's not going to be now. I prefer that the session will be a face-to-face one. So we're just going to wait till we see if we are going back to the university the week after. not next week. Next week is also will be an online session, so we are going to wait for another session. So meet you next week, this time, same time. Do the whole exercise. Try to do this exercise, task 2, page 4. Do it, all of it,
Okay.
and we will correct it. Hopefully, we'll finish the correction next week. We'll be communicating on the group. I wish I can have a list of all of you so that we can communicate easily. Okay, that's time. It's time. Have a nice day, and
Thank you.
see you next week.
Thank you. Bye bye.